What's going on, everybody? It is the one and only Q from Retro Q Game, and I am going to try and keep this video as short and sweet as possible because rendering high quality 4K 60 FPS footage takes a long time. So what are we talking about today? Well, we're talking about game file sizes. Specifically, we're looking at Final Fantasy VII Remake, which has just been reconfirmed, if you will, to come on 2 Blu-ray discs and take up approximately 100 gigabytes. Of course, all of this was already known. I don't know what's coming back in the news again, but once it has surfaced yet again, well, naturally, retardation has followed. Now, I'm just going to briefly say this real quick, that big games are a good thing. I don't care if you have a bad internet connection. I don't care if you have hard drive troubles. You know why? Because you can delete stuff off your hard drive. If you don't, then buy something else. At the end of the day, it comes down to two separate things. One, high quality assets and uncompressed textures, uncompressed high resolution anything, be it high resolution assets, high resolution textures, effects, even audio to an extent as well, is obviously better because uncompressed things have many advantages. Obviously, they're much higher quality. There's no additional or less additional load times and all. There's no compression. There's no compression that needs to be unpacked, basically increasing load times and whatnot, or even pop-in and all that too. But at the same time, it also brings us back to something more important that we just mentioned. Yes, higher quality games. As technology and everything moves forward, resolutions go up and up and up, and of course graphics technology and visual fidelity goes up and up and up, unless you have a Switch. But back to the point here, this also really highlights just how outdated your consoles are. Your PS4 Pro, your Xbox One X, whatever it is, your PS4 or even your Xbox One, your Xbox One S, or your Xbox One SAD Edition. Yes, all of these are woefully outdated, have been for approximately 10 years despite them only being available for about 7, but that's just showing you the hardware side of it. So yes, console users, or even, well, it's pretty much just console users complaining about this, but yes, all of this, you are being left behind. Technology marches ever on forward, and you are left behind. There are no problems with this, there are no negatives for this, whatsoever. Sure, 5, 6, maybe even 7, or even a whopping 12 people might have data caps and whatnot too. Guess what? Technology marches forward. It doesn't wait for this obsolete old hardware. It's one of the reasons why, hopefully at least anyway, they will cut off Jaguar from development as soon as possible. It's one of the reasons why the Switch will not influence the future of gaming in any way, shape or form. Thank fuck. But yeah, back to the point. Big game sizes are good. Why? Because you get better quality out of it. If you're happy with low quality, basic bitch everything, well, that's your problem for not demanding better, not having proper high standards. Hey, far be it from me to be one to shit down on everyone just because they have lower standards, but hey, it is what it is. I'm looking forward to all these games and more being bigger and bigger, especially with the advent of next generation consoles in 2020 and beyond. I can't wait to have huge games, just like my Final Fantasy 15 install. When I had that on PC with the high quality 4K texture pack, that was approximately 163 gigabytes. Guess how many times I complained about that? Absolutely zero. Why? Because I got the best, highest quality experience, thankfully, that wasn't gimped down and held back by something else and low-end hardware. Your consoles are outdated, your storage media is outdated, your problems are non-existent. Buy some better shit or get with the program and know your place.